Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to tonight's varsity basketball action. We are pleased to host our guests from Kellogg High School. This competition is being conducted according to the rules of the Idaho High School Activities Association. Spectators, players, and coaches are expected to assist in the promoting and teaching of good sportsmanship. Good luck to both teams. Before introducing tonight's starting lineups, we ask that you all rise, remove your hats, and join us in the playing of our national anthem. Starting tonight for the Wildcats, the senior, number 1, Brody Wallace. The junior, number 5, Bradley McDonald. The junior, number 10, Drake Taylor. A sophomore, number 21, Cora Lewis. A sophomore, number 24, Hachi. Wildcats are coached by Mike Martin. And now, starting for your hometown Wallace Miners. Up freshman, number 0, Cooper Miller. A senior, number 2, Julian Davis. A senior, number 4, Jordan Garvey. A sophomore, number 11, Henry Larson. A sophomore, number 12, Henry Miles. The Miners are coached by Jerry Johnson.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Wallace, Idaho for tonight's matchup between the Wildcats of Kellogg High School and the Miners of Wallace High School. I'm Barry Larson. I'm joined in the booth by Jeslyn Johnson and Caleb Garcia for tonight's matchup between these two regional favorites. First, Kellogg with a junior-laden squad consisting of Brody Robinson, Riley McDonald, Drayden Taylor, Porter Lewis, and Ty Cheney. For the Miners, Emmett Miles, a jump center. He's joined by Cooper Miller, Julian Davis, Jordan Gardepy, and sophomore number 11, Henry Larson. The Wildcats control the tip. Miners come out in a 2-3 zone, and the Wildcats are working around the outside looking for an option. There's Gardepy with some good hands. He gets up to Miller on the fast break. Miller's teardrop shot from inside the free throw line, no good. Up and in, rebound, Emmett Miles. Miners on the board first, 2-zip. Here's Wallace, comes out in a 2-2 press, 2-2-1 press. Kellogg does a decent job of handling the pressure. However, the ball is forced up and out of bounds off the Miners. It'll be Kellogg ball. Once again, welcome to Wallace on a cold, crisp January evening for tonight's matchup between the Wildcats and the Miners. Wildcats won the first ball game here this season. We'll see if the Miners can return the favor. There's Cheney in the middle from the elbow. His shot up, no good. Rebound, Davis. Davis missed last game versus Kootenai with illness, but he's back this evening. There's Gardepy. Gardepy refuses the screen by Miles. Miles, his three-point attempt up from deep, no good. Gets his own rebound. Back up in 4-0 Miners here early on. Ball goes to Taylor. Taylor gets it in the middle. Kellogg a little bit nonchalant handling the press, and it's led to a few turnovers so far. Here's Davis. He's got the ball, gets it to Larson. Larson left side, guarded by Robinson. Wildcats come out looking like they're in somewhat of a man-to-man press. At least pressure on Davis. Gardepy shot, no good. Rebound, Wildcats. Here's Porter Lewis. Lewis, he'll take his chances from three-point range. No good. Rebound, Larson. Outlet pass to Davis. Davis drives down the middle. Pass right side to Miller. Miller drives baseline. His shot up, no good. Rebound, Larson. Up in 6-0 Miners. Just about 6 left here in the first quarter. Miners continue with the pressure. There's Taylor. Almost given away there. Yeah, the Wildcats don't look too keen on this pressure early on, and Coach Mike Martin will grab a timeout. Quick 30-second timeout. We'll be back in just a sec. Miners up quick, 6-zip. Welcome back to Dave Round's Gymnasium here, Kirby Krulitz Court. Tonight's matchup between the Wallace Miners and the Kellogg Wildcats. Wildcats come in playing some fairly good basketball about midway through the season. They have a somewhat inexperienced team, but they're looking to find their way, as are the Miners. Both teams getting stronger as the season goes on. Looks like we've had a spill of some sort. Gabriel, can you get down there and get that action? There's a little bit of a spill in front of the Miners bench. Got Coach Young cleaning it up, as is Coach Lund. Pudge is down there, as is the athletic director, Corey Miller. I want to welcome the Wildcats. They're coached by Mike Martin. The junior varsity coach is Josh McDonald. Assistant coaches are Everett Jennings, Jaron Figueroa, Gus Colburn. Managers are Ave Harold, Isabella Holly, and Rachel Kaya. Principals Dan Davidian. Their activities director is Scott Miller, and the superintendent of the Kellogg School District is Lance Pearson. A nice hearty welcome to the Wildcats. Kellogg back to the action, 6-0, just under 6 minutes. On the floor for the Miners, Miller, Gardepy, Miles, Larson, and Davis. On the floor for the Wildcats, that's Cheney down low, Robinson out wide. His shot up, no good. Rebound, Wildcats. There's a mat scramble on the floor, and the Wildcats come up with it. Nice job by number 3. That's Charlie Johnson. Larson hits the floor. Boy, lots of bodies on the floor here early on. There's Taylor from the left side. His three-point attempt up and good, and the Wildcats cut the lead in half, and they come out pressing in a 1-2-1-1 press. Miller drives it up right-hand side, and he's called for a travel right in front of the Wildcat bench. Robinson will inbound the ball to Lewis, and the Miners look like they're in a 2-3 zone. Lewis has the ball, hits the baseline runner from the right side. That's Brody Robinson. His three-point attempt up good, and just like that, it's a tie game. Here's Miller. Miller drives right side against the pressure. Picks up his dribble in front of the Kellogg bench. Davis has the ball in the corner, back up to Miller. Miller swings it left side to Gardapi. Gardapi down low to Larson. Larson has the ball, pass to Miles down low. Knocked away by Ty Cheney. Here come the Wildcats. Drive and kick. Here's Lewis. Lewis gets it out right side to Taylor. His second three-point attempt is up and good, and the Wildcats have a three-point lead. Miners need to get some baskets and some meaningful baskets here if the Wildcats are going to be making three-point attempts like that. Lewis gets a steal. His attempt up to Taylor. His up and in. And Coach Young will take the opportunity to get a timeout. 30-second timeout called by the Miners. Quick 11-point run by the Wildcats, 11-6. All right, back to the action. After a 6-run lead that was got out to by the Miners, the Wildcats came back on 11-0 run, and we have a charge called here on Julian Davis. That's all right. The boys are a little excited. Came out, got off to a good start. Have to weather the storm here a little bit as the Wildcats have been making their three-point attempts. So on the floor for the Miners, Gardapi, Miller, Larson, Davis, and Miles, and they're in a 2-2-1 press. Lewis has the ball. He passes right side to Taylor. Taylor back to Lewis, working it up the floor. A long baseball pass down in the corner. Turnover Wildcats. Miners see if they can capitalize on that Kellogg mistake. Good crowd here tonight. JV game was won by the Kellogg Wildcat JV team, led by Cyrus Reed, had a nice game. Miners played well also. Here's Gardapi. He's guarded by Taylor. Gets it past the timeline, and he's out of bounds. Just kind of a careless turnover on the Miners. Let's see if they can't start handling a little bit of this pressure, get the ball past the timeline, and get into some kind of half-court offense. Here come the Wildcats. Into the game for the Wildcats. That's 22. That's Caden Honorlaw. He's replacing number 1, Brody Robinson. Honorlaw in the game for Robinson. Ball's in the corner. Lewis, three-point attempt up, no good. Rebound, Taylor. Need a little bit of rebounding from the Miners here if they're going to have any type of success. Can't let the Wildcats have multiple opportunities. Just like that, there's Davis, and here come the Miners. Ball's in Miller's hands, goes left side to Gardapi. Screen set by Larson, no good. Swung right side to Miller. Miller looks in the corner to Davis. Davis tries baseline, slapped out of his hand by 5. That's Radley McDonald. McDonald controls the ball, gets it to Taylor. Taylor guarded by Miller. Drives right down the middle. His shot up, no good. Rebound, Julian Davis. Miners need to get some offense here. There's Larson right side. Gets it behind him to, kind of careless with the ball. Needs some crisp passes. Swings the ball to Miller in the corner. He's guarded by Taylor. Miller drives baseline. Nothing there. Steal Honorlaw. He drives. He passes up to Lewis. Lewis all on his own. Back to Honorlaw. His shot from three-point. No good. Rebound. Miles knocked out of bounds off Cheney. 3:09 left. 11-6 Wildcat lead. Into the game for Ty Cheney. That's number 30, Evan Vindacious, a 5'10 sophomore. He's on the floor with Lewis. 3, Charlie Johnson comes back in the game. Honorlaw and Taylor. For the Miners, Gardapi, Miller, Davis, Larson, and Miles. Miller guarded by Honorlaw. They're reaching, ball's knocked out of bounds. The Miners will try it again. Just about 3 minutes left here, first period. Wallace, Idaho. Tonight's matchup between the Kellogg Wildcats and the Wallace Miners. Ball's Larson on the left, Cooper, Miller up top. Lob pass down low to Davis, nice idea. Davis comes down with it, has the ball knocked out of bounds by Porter Lewis. Larson will inbound the ball on the Miner baseline. He gets it in Davis. Davis knocked out of his hands, and here come the Wildcats. Miners just not being real strong with the ball so far, getting the ball knocked out of their hands. Rebounds taken away from them. They need to be a little bit stronger if they're going to have any chance at success this evening. Here's Honorlaw. He passes out to Lewis. Lewis setting up the offense. Looks like the Wildcats have somewhat of a high-low thing going on here against the Miners 2-3 zone. There's Vindacious from outside, no good. Rebound tipped off of the Wildcats. Miners ball. Wildcats showing full court pressure here, man-on-man pressure here. If we can just get the ball in Miller, I think we'll be okay. Let's clear out and let him do his work there. Miller easily beats the press, drives down, his shot up in. All right, it seems like it's been quite a while since the Miners have scored, but they're back on the board, 8-11. Miners facing a 3-point deficit. Here's Lewis. He's guarded by Miller in the Miners 2-3 zone. Wildcats really sloppy with the ball. This game is kind of up for grabs tonight. Whoever wants it more, both teams coming out kind of sleepy and lackadaisical. Here's Davis going hard to the hoop. His shot no good. Gets his own rebound. Out of bounds off Julian Davis. Wildcat ball just under 2 minutes. 1 minute, 47 seconds left. Into the game for Charlie Johnson is Brody Robinson. Robinson replaces Johnson. Lewis, Taylor, Johnson, Honorlaw, and Vindacious on the floor for the Wildcats. Gardapi, Miles, Miller, Larson, and Davis on the floor for the Miners. Wildcats working the ball around the outside. Nice job shutting down the driving lanes. Lewis from outside, his three-point attempt, no good. Rebound, Miles. Here come the Miners, just under a minute and a half. Larson gets the ball down low, can't grab it. Looked like he might have been out of bounds. Miners maintain possession. Miller from the outside, his three-point attempt up, no good. We need one of those to go. Back come the Wildcats. Taylor has the ball. Vindacious from the right side, corner, no good. Rebound again, Larson. Larson holds it. 1 minute remaining here in the first quarter. Wildcats 11, Miners 8. Miles from the corner, his shot way off. Rebound, Taylor. Taylor's 1-on-2 against the Miners. Guarded by Miller. Ball's out of bounds off Taylor. Miners have a chance here to maybe get within a couple points here of the Wildcats. Quickly, Reese Williams replaces Henry Larson. Here's Miller, drives right down the middle, beats the press easily. Pass down low to Williams. Williams catch up and in. He's been on the court for about 5 seconds and he's on the board. Reese Williams. 10-11 Wildcat lead here, just about 1/2 minute to play. Vindacious left side, passes to Taylor right down the middle, having a tough time holding on to the ball. He gets it down to Honorlaw. Honorlaw, good patience. However, his shot up, no good. Rebound, Williams. Williams comes in, making a couple good plays right off the bat. Miller has the ball left side, under 10 seconds remaining. He's guarded by Honorlaw. If he can get the ball back. Looks like we're going to have a shot here. Davis from outside. Up, no good. Folks, after one quarter, Kellogg Wildcats lead the Wallace Miners 11-10. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Kirby Krulitz Court here at Wallace Junior Senior High School for tonight's matchup between the Kellogg Wildcats and the Wallace Miners. So far, it's been a fairly competitive first quarter here. 1 point separates the Miners and the Wildcats. I think the intensity is about to get ratcheted up here for both teams. On the floor for the Miners, Miles Miller, Reese Williams, Jordan Gardapi, and Julian Davis. And on the floor for the Wildcats, Radley McDonald, Charlie Johnson, Drayden Taylor, Porter Lewis, and Ty Cheney. We have our second foul of the game called here. Foul goes against the Wildcats. That'll send Cooper Miller to the line. Cooper, a great free throw shooter. The foul's called on 21 Lewis. That's his first. Remember, again, in high school basketball this year, after 5 team fouls per quarter, the penalty is a 2-shot bonus. So a double bonus, no such thing as a 1-and-1 anymore. Miller's second shot up, good. Miners retake the lead, 12-11, 7.5 here left in the first half. Got a nice skip of snow outside here in Wallace, Idaho. Not too much for the not too far away Kellogg Wildcats to make their way east towards Wallace and come join us here at Kirby Krulitz Gym. The Wildcats playing a little give and go with themselves. However, one of them wasn't ready to give and the other wasn't ready to go. Larson will check back in the game. He's coming in for Gardapi. He's joined by Williams, Miles, Davis, a good rebounding crew for the Miners. Let's see if they can't get a few buckets. Wildcats have some man-to-man pressure, but just a little ball pressure to make things difficult for Cooper as he brings the ball up court. And no sooner than that is said as there's a turnover, however, given right back to the Miners. All right, so both teams showing a little inexperience here this evening. However, these games are fun, and these guys will be in these contests for years to come going at each other, so it's nice to see. Many of them have played together on AAU teams and are well familiar with each other, but there's still a lot at stake when the two communities get together and go head-to-head. Miller's shot up, no good. He's going to be fouled, rewarded with a couple free throw shots. Foul was called on Brody Robinson. That's his first, team second here of the second quarter. Cooper Miller will go to the line. Two sets of student sections here. Kellogg on the right down there and the Wallace Miners on the left. Good looking crowd, lots of crossover, lots of connections between these two communities, but sometimes they do seem a ways off. Miller makes his second. Miners take a 3-point lead with about 6.5 left in the first half. Miners in a 1-3-1 zone. And Wildcats working the ball around the outside. Gets it down in the corner. Pass, that's Robinson. Robinson to Taylor. Taylor from the corner. He's way off. His shot rebounded by Miles. Here comes Julian Davis. Not really a big sense of urgency for either team. There's Lewis. You can always count on Porter Lewis to play some good hard-nosed defense and ratchet up the intensity level. Here's Miller. He's guarded out top by 2. Miles from the corner. He's not afraid to shoot. His shot up. 3-point attempt good. Miners take a 6-point lead here with under 6 minutes left in the first half. Lewis has the ball, right side. That's Brody Robinson with it. Passes inside to Radley McDonald. McDonald goes baseline to Ty Cheney. His shot blocked from behind by Miles. Miners coming the other way. Oh. Lots of dribbling. There's Davis. Picks it up. Larson swings it left side to Miller. His 3-point attempt from deep, no good. Rebound, Kellogg. That is Robinson. Robinson comes the other way. Nice pass down on the baseline to Cheney. Cheney's shot blocked by Reese Williams. Good hustle back by Williams. Save a bucket. Miners maintain that 6-point lead. 5 minutes left here. Looks like a foul at the baseline. No call here. Davis. Good defense. Ball's passed up to Drayden Taylor. Taylor double team down by Larson and Miller. They come away with the ball. Here come the Miners. Let's get it down low and get a basket. And looks like we're going to have a foul on the ground called against Ty Cheney. That's going to be his, foul goes against Radley McDonald. Miners ball on the baseline. An up and down game here. 17-11, under 5 minutes left in the first half. Miners lead. All right, ladies and gents, welcome back. 6 points separate the Wildcats and the Miners here with just under 5 minutes remaining in the first half. On the floor for the Miners here to begin. The reset, Larson, Miles, Gardapi, Miller, and Davis. Larson inbounding, running out of time, and a 5-second violation. Turnover, Miners. Nice defense for the Wildcats. All you got to do is get the ball in there. Here come the Wildcats, trailing 17-11 with just under 5 minutes left. It's like the same setup most of the time for both teams. 2-3 zone. Taylor's shot, no good. Rebound. Lots of hands in his face. Lots of tall Miners in his way, but nice job getting his own rebound. A couple of them getting them back up and in. Here comes some man pressure by the Wildcats. Miller is able to take that. Beat it no problem. His shot, however, up. Misses. Rebound, Brody Robinson. Robinson comes back to Taylor. Taylor. His shot is up and in. Block and one. Foul called against Henry Larson. Tough call. Taylor can't convert. 4-point lead for the Miners. 17-15, 2-point lead. Just about 4 minutes left. Gardapi has the ball right side. Screen set by Larson up high. Gardapi stuck with the ball. Now Miller has it. Kellogg in man-to-man. Gardapi guarded by Honorlaw. Honorlaw doing a nice job on the ball defense. Ball goes out to Miller. He's guarded by Robinson. Spin move, no good. A couple turnovers here by Miller. Got to take better care of the ball here. Here's Robinson. There's the 2-3 zone by the Miners. Ball goes to the elbow at Honorlaw. Robinson from the outside. Uncontested three-pointer, no good. Rebound, Honorlaw. Taylor rebounds it, passes out to Vendacious. Vendacious back to Taylor. Nice interior defense by Miles. And the Miners come away with the steal. Larson running the floor. Good look up by Davis. Larson shot up and in. 19-15 Miners. Good assist. Julian Davis to Henry Larson. Way to run the floor, Miners. 3 minutes left here, first half. 4-point lead for the Miners. On the floor for the Wildcats, that's Robinson, Honorlaw, Taylor, Cheney, and Vendacious. Taylor's three-point attempt, no good. Rebound, Ty Cheney, his two-point attempt, up and in. Back come the Miners, a little bit of full court pressure showed by the Wildcats, but the Miners have been able to handle it so far this evening. Oh, no. Okay, that seems about fair considering the block charge call going the other way last time. Neil Peterson comes in, veteran official, makes a nice call. Even things out a little bit. Drayden Taylor asking for a push off on that one. He'll come out of the game with 2.5 left. Taylor, that's his first foul. The Wildcats have 4 team fouls, so the Miners will shoot free throws here on their next foul. Or rather, when they are fouled next. Miller has the ball. He's guarded by Lewis. Miller hands the ball off to Larson. Larson back to Miller. Miller baseline drive. Again, runs into a staunch defense, and we have a turnover on the baseline unless the Miners can maintain possession. A little bit of nerves here this first rivalry game at home for some of these young guys. It's always a fun experience, but rather nerve-wracking to play your rival at home in front of a decent crowd. But 2 minutes left here. Miners maintain a 2-point lead, 19-17. Nice cut on the baseline from McDonald. Who's that? Robinson shot no good. Rebound Miller. Here come the Miners with a 2-point lead, under 2 minutes left. Ball goes right side to Davis. Davis, no points as of yet this evening, but he will turn it up at some point. Here comes Lewis going the other way. Nice stop and start, however. Great defensive recovery by number 2 for the Miners. Julian Davis makes a nice swat, and the ball ends up in the third row. Kellogg's going to substitute in. They're going to bring in Taylor. He replaces Robinson here. A little bit of offense. On the floor for the Miners, Larson, Miles, Davis, Gardapi, and Miller. Inbound to Lewis. 2-3 zone by the Miners. Spread out, right side. That is McDonald. McDonald gets it to Taylor, left side. Taylor drives unimpeded. He's fouled. He'll shoot a couple free throws. A little bit too easy for the Miners. A quick ball reversal and a foul. Foul was called on the Miners. Jordan Gardapi, that's his second, the team's second. Excuse me. Julian, that's Julian Davis. That's his second, that's the team's second. Of the half, the Wildcats cut it to a 1-point deficit. Drayden Taylor at the line. Just under 1.5 minutes left. His shot up and good. We're tied up here at 19 with a minute 25 left. Davis has the ball right side, and the Miners will call a timeout here with 1 minute, 21 seconds remaining in the first half. Welcome back, basketball fans. This matchup between Silver Valley Stalwarts, Wallace Miners, and the Kellogg Wildcats. 1 minute, 21 seconds here remaining in the first half. We're all tied up at 19. It's been a great competitive game so far. Both teams showing a little bit of pressure. Miners having a little bit more of an idea offensively, while the Wildcats have made a few more three-point shots. Davis's drive, no good. Great defense by Taylor. Coming back the other way, here's Lewis. Lewis gets it to the corner. Larson falls for the shot fake. No good. Rather up and in. All right, 50 seconds left. Miners facing their first deficit in quite a while. Here's Miller right side. He's guarded by Lewis. Bounces off the interior defense provided by Cheney, and the Wildcats come the other way. This is McDonald. McDonald to Honolaw. Honolaw back to McDonald. McDonald into Cheney, who's been there for a while in the key. Rebound Williams. Half a minute left. Let's see if the Miners can't tie or take the lead here going into the second half. Here's Garderpy left side. He's guarded by McDonald. Larson guarded by Cheney. He's at the elbow. Passes to Miller right side. Miller guarded by Lewis. Good baseline cut by Davis. Davis's drive, no good. Rebound 5. That's Radley McDonald. McDonald gives the ball to Lewis, and here come the Wildcats with 3 seconds left. Lewis's last second attempt off the mark. So after one half of play, the Wildcats have a 21-19 lead. Great competitive first half here. We'll see in a little bit. Welcome back, folks. Second half of basketball here between the Wallace Miners and the Kellogg Wildcats. January 13th, 2025. A crisp, cold night here in North Idaho Panhandle. Let's see if the Miners can heat it up here and win a basketball game. Facing a 2-point deficit here. Third quarter. And we're off. On the floor for the Miners, Miller, Larson, Miles, Williams, and Davis. Davis yet to score. Let's see if he can get on the board for the Miners and help out like he usually does. There he goes. He drives down. Gets it to Larson in the corner. Larson back to Davis. He's guarded man-to-man by Drayden Taylor. Over right side, Miller guarded by Lewis. Ball to Williams in the corner to Davis. Davis using the screen to get open. There's Miles, swings it across. Good patience so far by the Miners. Not trying to force anything, just getting a good layup here to begin the second half. Miller drives baseline. Good pivot, using the pivot foot. His shot up, no good. Rebound Cheney. It's up to Taylor. Taylor beats everybody else down the floor, and an unnecessary foul there by Emmett Miles. Taylor will go to the line. That'll be Miles's. I think that's his first. I'm sorry, that's his first foul of the game. Yep. First of the half here. Taylor's shot up and in, giving the Wildcats a 3-point lead, 22-19. Just about 7 minutes left here in the third quarter. In what's so far been a competitive game. Taylor's second shot up, no good. Rebound, tip from Miles to Williams. Ball controlled by the Miners in the hands of Cooper Miller. Miller, the freshman, guarded by Porter Lewis, another freshman. He hands off to the senior Julian Davis. I'm sorry, Porter Lewis is a sophomore. Ball goes right side. Screen set by Williams. He falls down on the contact. Back up top to Miles. Miles should look to shoot a little bit. Here's Larson. He's guarded by Cheney. Gets it to Miller. Wildcats extending their defense a little bit out on the perimeter. A quick hand check foul called against the Wildcats' Porter Lewis. Guarded people will place Williams in the lineup for the Miners. Be Miners ball side out, 22-19, 6.5 to play in the third quarter. Larson to inbound. Inbound goes to Miller. Miller left side to Gardapi. Gardapi yet to score. He's guarded closely. Past Miles on the baseline. Miners can't seem to get much going. Here comes McDonald's. Falls. Drive right down the middle. That's Brody Robinson. Uncontested. 5-point lead for the Wildcats. Here comes Miller the other way. Miller gets the ball to Miles in the corner. Not much continuity right now for the offense, for the Miners on offense. And just when I say that, Taylor, nice block out of bounds. Ball to the Miners. Into the game for the Wildcats. That's Vendacious. He'll replace Robinson. Lewis, Taylor, Cheney, Vendacious, and McDonald on the floor for the Wildcats. Larson, Davis, Miles, Gardapi, and Miller on the floor. That's going to be a foul against the Wildcats' number 10, Taylor. He's having a tough time picking himself up off the floor, but finally does. Looks like he's going to be okay. Got knocked up a little bit. Oh, he looks shook up, and Wildcats not doing much in the way of helping him down there right now. Larson inbound for the Miners. Ball goes in to Miller. Miller guarded by Lewis. Back to Larson. He's guarded by Vendacious. Larson good off the dribble so far this year. Gets it to Gardapi. Nice screen. His three-point attempt up. No good. Rebound Taylor. Shakes off the cobwebs. Right back to action. Miners look like they're in kind of a soft 2-3 zone here. Balls to Vendacious in the corner. Gets it to Taylor at the elbow. His drive, no good. That's going to be the third foul on Davis. So Davis so far, no points and 3 fouls. Not the way he'd want to start off this this game, but let's see. There's still time to recover. Taylor shot up and good. 25-19 Wildcats lead. Taylor for his second of 2 shots. Shot up and good. He's making free throws. Nice job, Drayden Taylor. 26-19. Wildcats have a lead. Here comes Miller. Miller drives. Give it off to Gardapi, right side. Everybody just seems a little bit tentative right now. Let's see if the Miners can find someone to step up and put the ball in the hole. Here's Davis. His drive attempt. Teardrop, no good. Nobody's there to rebound except Davis. He gets his own rebound. Drives right past 3. Wildcats up and in. That's Davis's first points of the game, and they come at a real opportune time. So Julian Davis, 3 fouls here. 5 minutes left in the third quarter. From the right side, that's McDonald. Rebound Taylor down low. It's almost as if the referees have no idea who's on the floor and what they're doing. That's the 4th foul called against Davis. I don't even think it was his foul. And that really changes the game for the Miners right there. Williams is going to come in for Davis here, who has 4 fouls here in the third quarter. Picks up 2 quick, if not ticky-tack fouls. Puts Taylor back at the line. And Williams will replace Davis in the game. Miners have faced worse deficits here before. They're down 6 with under 5 minutes left here in the third quarter. On the floor, Miller, Miles, Williams, Gardapi, and Larson. Gardapi, nice rebound. Here comes Miller. Miller pushes the ball up the floor. Stutter step dribble. Layup attempt up and good. 23-27. Wildcats lead by 4 here. Taylor has the ball up top. He passes it to McDonald at the elbow. Rebound Vendacious. Lots of rebounds there for the Wildcats, up and in. Real crummy pass on the inbounds for Gardapi, and a quick, easy basket for the Wildcats. Gardapi gets the ball in the Miller. Miller looks like he may have been fouled. Referee's letting it go. Drives right down the middle from the elbow. His shot up, no good. Rebound Larson. Larson gets it down low. Pass to Gardapi out, 3-point range. There's Miller. Steps up, hits the 14-footer. His shot up, no good. Rebound Lewis. Back the other way come the Wildcats. Here's Taylor. Taylor drives in. Looks like he stopped by Gardapi. No foul called. Vendacious from the corner. His shot up, no good. Rebound Gardapi. Good competitive spirit exhibited here by the Miners. Miller's pass up to Miles, no good. Stolen by Vendacious. Gardapi tries to reach in, no good. Here come the Miners going the other way. Miller's going to hold it. Passes off to Gardapi right side. Gardapi, nice pick and roll. Ball's out to Larson. Larson, tough time getting the handle. Ball goes to Cheney. Right back to Larson. Gardapi tried to pass it in. Williams was not ready. 3 minutes left. 31-23. Wildcats lead here. Third quarter. Davis set the check back in with 4 fouls. Lewis from the corner. His shot no good. Rebound Larson. He pushes. He's the only one on the break. Guarded by 3 Wildcats. Ball's kicked back out to Miller. Miller guarded by Lewis. There's Gardapi. Nobody really being really offensive here for the Miners. Nice take by Gardapi. No foul called against Taylor. 31-25. Miners face a 6-point deficit with just under 2.5 here to go in the third quarter. Lewis passes right side to Vendacious. Vendacious back to Cheney up top. Gets it to Lewis in the corner. Good ball moving by the Wildcats. Foul called against Larson. That's going to be the 5th foul. 15th foul. I believe they're going to be shooting bonus free throws. I guess not. Second foul on Larson, team's 4th foul. Taylor to inbound. Gets it into Robinson, right side. Robinson back to Taylor on the baseline. Finds himself underneath the hoop. Another ticky-tack foul. Up and in, basket's good. Didn't even look like he fouled him. Not a real good stretch here for the Miners. Thank goodness, though, they're only down 12 with just about a minute left here in the third quarter. 37-25 Kellogg. Miners trying to fight back and stay in this ball game. Things are going the Wildcats' way, though. Pass kicked out to Taylor, no closeout. Wide open, uncontested three-point attempt, no good. Rebound. Williams gets it to Davis. Davis going to drive down the middle. His shot up, no good. Rebound, Williams keeps it going. Gets the ball to Larson, everybody hitting the floor. Davis has got to be careful, he's got 4 fouls. Larson lets Honolaw go right by him, as does Miller, and the entire Miners defense lets him go right by them. 39-25. Under a minute left. Here's Miles from three-point range, no good. Lots of three-pointers, no rebounding here for the Miners. Half a minute left here in the third quarter. Timeout called by Kellogg. Welcome back. 12 and 3/10 seconds here left in the third quarter. Kellogg Wildcats have a 39-25 lead over the home Wallace Miners. We'll get you going here for the end of the third quarter. Just about 10 seconds left. Kellogg working the ball around the perimeter, gets it to the corner. There's Robinson, his teardrop up and in. 2 seconds left for the Miners. And that'll do it for the third quarter. 41-25. Miners trail. All right, welcome back to the conclusion of tonight's matchup between the Kellogg Wildcats and the Wallace Miners. As of now, the Miners facing a pretty distinct deficit here at the beginning of the fourth quarter, 41-25. Kellogg's ball to begin with. On the floor for the Miners, Miles, Larson, Miller, Davis, and Gardapi. Let's see if the Miners can't put something together and get a little run going here. Miners come out playing man-to-man defense. Not their strength, but let's see if they can stay with him and keep the Wildcats in front of them. Nice rebound down low. Good step forward for the Miners. 25-41, 7.5. Ball goes right side to Larson. Larson drives in. His layup attempt up and in. 27-41 Miners. Cut that deficit. Miners continuing man-to-man. Miller's guarding Taylor. Larson on Lewis. Miles has Cheney and Gardapi on Vendacious. There's Taylor. And Hanalaw is guarded by Davis. Too easy down low for Ty Cheney. His shot attempt back up and in for 2. Here comes Davis the other way. He's guarded by Taylor. Davis is going to pull out. 3-point range. Miller drives, kicks. Davis holds. Shoots a 2-point attempt from the free throw line. He's fouled. Here come those fouls a little bit rather late, but we'll take them nonetheless. Davis will go to the line to shoot 2. Miners down 15 at this point. 27-43. Just under 7 minutes remaining. Davis is first of 2 up and in. 43-28. Good crowd here for both squads. Kellogg rooting section filled up with a good student section, as is the Miners parent and rooting section across the way. 29-43. Miners facing the deficit here. Cheney has the ball. Passes to Lewis. Hanalaw guarded by Davis in the corner. There's Taylor down low. He's guarded by Miller. Nice spin move by Drayden Taylor, up and in. He's having a great night. I believe that's almost 27 points for Drayden Taylor tonight. Here's Miller. He'll drive free throw line, takes it in. His layup attempt no good, but he'll shoot some free throws. 2 shots, Cooper Miller. Miller has 8 on the night. Julian Davis coming back from an illness. He has 4. Gardapi himself has 4. Larson has 6. And Emmett Miles has 7 so far on the night. Into the game for the Wildcats. That's Charlie Johnson. Johnson's going to replace Vendacious. Uh-oh. They got somebody deep there. You got to turn around. There's Larson in the corner. Passes up 3-point shot. He's guarded by Honorlaw. Larson gets it to Miles in the corner. Miles gets his head past Cheney. Nice floater in the middle. No good. Rebound Ty Cheney. Gets the ball to Lewis. Back come the Wildcats. Lewis, Cheney, Robinson, Taylor, and Honorlaw. There's a too easy of a flash and cut. Nice find there by the Wildcats, but that's too easy. Miners have to have some awareness of who the best player on the floor is, for 1, and where he's at, for 2. There's Larson right side. He's guarded by Lewis. Guarded closely. Gets it back to Miller up top. Miller passes up the screen. There's Davis. He eyes up a 3-point attempt. No good. Good work down below by Larson. Continuing to play. Here's Taylor going the other side. And we're going to have an offensive foul. I don't think they've got any of those right so far, but that's a foul against Taylor. We'll take it. 47-29. Into the game for the Wildcats. McDonald's going to replace Cheney. And Robinson's coming in the game for Taylor. Taylor picks up his 4th foul. See if the Miners can put together a little run here with the best player on the floor out for the Wildcats. Here come the Miners. Double screen at the top for Miller. Miller gets it to Davis in the corner, knocked out of bounds by Lewis. Great defensive player, great athlete all around, Porter Lewis. really a great addition to this Wildcat squad. Miners looking inbound the ball. There's Miller. He's guarded up tight by Honor Law. Here's Lewis, looks to steal it. Picks Miller's pocket. Honor Law looking up. Oh, we got a double dribble called on somebody. (47-29). Biggest lead of the game so far for Kellogg. Let's see if the Miners can cut into that a little bit. Once again, I want to thank our engineers up here in the booth, Caleb Garcia, Jeslyn Johnson, for helping with tonight's production. There's Davis up and in for his 6th point of the game, 47-31. Nice Euro step down to the other end. Good move there by Brody Robinson. Goes right past Miles for an easy 2. Miners down 18 at this point. Davis has the ball in his hands. He's going to drive right side, force up a shot from the corner. No good. Rebound Lewis. Miners have one guy back, now 2. Now here come the rest of them. 3-point attempt up. No good. Rebound Larson. Kicks it to Davis. Davis has the ball at the top. His 3-point attempt up and no good. Julian Davis trying to play his way back into playing shape after missing a couple games with injury and illness. We'll see if he can't get it going by the next game later this week. Under 4 minutes left. Miners facing an 18-point deficit. Lewis from the corner, no good. Rebound Larson. Larson's been doing a good job on the both offensive and defensive boards here these last week or so. A lazy pass by Davis, stolen by Johnson. Gets the bucket going the other way. There's just not a lot of attention to detail tonight. They're a step slow, a step behind the Wildcats, who came out and seemingly wanted this more. Here's guarded B from the corner. His shot up and good. 3-pointer, 34-51. Ball's in to Lewis. Miners coming back. Wildcats going right by the Miners all over the floor. Kind of looks like if the Miners have kind of given up here this evening. No defensive rotations, no talking. The Wildcats passing at will. And Coach Young is seeing enough. He's going to call his troops over and maybe encourage them to play with a little heart here at the end of the game. The game reset. The Miners have the ball on the baseline. In the game for the Miners, Gardapi, Larson, Davis, Miles, and Miller. Larson inbounds, gets it into Miller. Just underneath the half-court circle. Davis right side. He'll try his luck at three. Not happening for him tonight. There's Evan. Evan Strange in the game for the Miners. He replaces Gardapi. Gardapi 5 points and a foul on the night. Foul's called on Larson. That's his third. Miners' third team foul of the quarter. Under a minute left. 55-34. Wildcats are winning. Ball's in Ty Cheney's hands. Here's 20. That's Bodie Desmaris. Desmaris to Honor Law guarded by Miller. There's 3. That's Johnson. Passes Desmaris. Nice layup. Take no good though. Rebound Evan Miles. Miles looking the other way. On the floor, Strange, Davis, Miles, Miller, and Larson. Ooh, uninspired performance here by the Miners this evening. Let's see if they can't pick it up in the future. This is a winnable game, and they kind of let it slip through their hands. Good play tonight by Drayden Taylor, but aside from that, a game that the Miners could have and should have won with some more team play, I think. But that's the result, 55-34 here on January 13th, 2025. We hope you all get home safely. For Caleb Garcia and Jeslyn Johnson.